Alright, I am going to teach you how to own a computer for longer than 2 months without destroying it. I'm constantly fixing people's computers, my own family's computers, because they don't understand how to use a computer today without breaking it. It's really simple. You just have to understand some basic rules, like the rules that you obey every day and you don't even think about it. Don't leave your car running when you go into the gas station, things like that, just basic common sense things, but they're not so much common sense to a person that hasn't used a computer their entire life. So I'm going to help you out. First off, I'm going to give you a list of programs to download. Download every one of them. The only one that you need to have open all the time and let it automatically start with the computer, which I think it'll automatically do all that for you, is Avast. That's the virus scanning software. That should run all the time. You should never get online without a virus scanner. Viruses are not as big a deal as they used to be in the 90s and the early 2000s. Now, the other two problems, you don't realize you're doing it, but I'm going to show you how that happens. Okay, open up Internet Explorer. I don't use this program at all, but I don't want to be showcasing all my bookmarks and crap. Another good rule of thumb online is don't give out more information than you absolutely have to. So let's see here. I believe this program I downloaded once. YouTube free YouTube downloader. I believe I remember this one having a pretty shady install process. And I say shady, but it's not bad. It's not like they're trying to hurt you, or mess your computer up. But that is the effect. If you download lots of these free programs, that's the effect you'll get. Is a much slower computer, and programs you don't know what they are, you don't want them. And then when you go to delete them, you'll end up deleting something that you do need, and then you mess your whole computer up. Things like that. So first off, when you download something free, do it from download.com or another very reputable site. And I know it's hard to know what is reputable. So basically, if it's a free program, go here. But just pay attention during the install, and I'm going to show you what to pay attention for. Alright, so I'm going to download this. Now first off, on Pages, you need to understand how web pages work. Alright, this site is free. I didn't have to enter any credit card information to gain access to this site. Almost all sites are free. The way they remain free is by ads. This site gets paid by ad companies. Okay, this is an ad. It's not the download for the program we're here to get. This is an ad, this is an ad. What they're counting on is that you'll come here and, due to your impatience, that you'll click on the first thing that says download. And you'll end up getting this thing. You didn't want it, but you'll get it. That's one way that you get malware. And it's not really malware because it's not going to do anything to your computer. You can uninstall it later, but for the average user, they don't know what these programs are. And people don't have time to research this and find out what this thing is and what is GFI Mail Essential. Is that something I need? You don't know. As soon as we came on this page, it's prompted us at the bottom to open it or save it. I don't use this browser. If you're on Firefox, it'll come up like in the middle of the screen. If you're on Chrome, I forget where it comes up. It's like up here somewhere. Anyway, so we're going to run this. Now, Avast antivirus, I'm going to have all these programs in the description below so that you can go get them. If this were like a weird site, not a reputable site, an alarm may have gone off. It'll tell you that this is a crazy site, you don't need to be here. Then you just leave the page. keep trying to download some crap from a page that sets off this alarm. Next step. Now you have to read. If it's a free program, you need to read. And anything you install, you need to read. I mean, I'm not talking about every single word. At first, you kind of do have to read every word, but you get used to the format of these things. Right now, it's just telling me it's a secure download. It has to download the actual program. So you say, okay, now look at this. Special offer, free YouTube downloader, special offer. I don't know what this is, but see this decline? This is not asking you about the program we're trying to download. This is some other crap. See, Arcade Giant. It's trying to get you to download this Arcade Giant. You see how it's grayed out too? That's to give you the impression that you can't click this. This button will click. And when you select accept, you are now downloading this Arcade Giant crap that you didn't want. Decline. Here's another one. Travel through the internet with I can't even say that. Decline. Alright? Now it's downloading. There was two programs on there. So you can see if you got kids and they get on, they don't have access to credit cards, so they are downloading free crap. And they do 5 of these a day, and each one has 2. You're looking at 10 programs that you don't want, you don't know what they are, and they're going to slow down your computer because a lot of them will run automatically and just fill up all the processor space, all the memory space in your computer until your computer just doesn't run anymore. Let's see here. Thank you for download. Okay, now if you click later, let me see here. I click install now. Below to install on your computer. We'll do that. We'll just download it anyway. Next, I accept. This is a EULA. I forget what that stands for, but it's basically just terms of service. Next, this tells you where it's going to put it. Next, see this? Create recommended partner shortcuts. Now this won't put any programs on your computer, but it will put shortcuts that will take you online to go get their software. I don't want that crap either. Next, install. Okay, now it's being installed, this program. This program, by the way, is for downloading YouTube videos. If like maybe you want to make a YouTube video and you need to show snippets of that video in your video, like maybe you're making reference to it, you use this program. So I don't want to launch that. Finish. Great. It's done. So I'm going to try to edit this down for y'all. It's just I want to make sure that this is I get this across to even the computer retarded person that watches this. Now, next program is Malware Bytes. I'm just going to go to the web pages for these to explain what they are. I'll have a link in the descriptions for all these programs. Malware Bytes. Now, this is a malware program. This is an ad right here. The first thing that pops up on a Google search or any kind of internet search is going to be an ad. And sometimes those go to the right page. A lot of times they don't, especially if it's an obscure thing that you're Googling, you know. Malware Bytes, the official site. Alright, this is the program. You can get the free version, and this is a reputable program. So you could download it from this address, but I'll have another address. It's best to do everything from download.cnet.com. That's where I download from because they scan everything for viruses. I understand their installing process where they try to get you to download programs you don't want, but I just walk you through all that crap. Just read it before you accept. Always choose decline. If that's ever an option in an install, choose decline. Otherwise, it'll say accept or cancel, you know, which it will cancel the install. Okay, Malware Bytes. Get that. That takes care of malware. Like if you have a problem on your computer, you suspect you have a problem, you run that program. And I run them about once a week. Just whenever I think about it, I run them. When I'm going to go do something and I'm going to be away from my computer for a minute, I'll run those. All right, next one is piece. Let me see what's it called. Advanced System Care. Now let's just click on that and see what happens. Alright, see, I don't know what that site was. Okay, this is made by IOBit. They used to make storage devices in the 90s. They're a pretty reputable place. Still go to the download.com page to download it. And if it's not there, it'll have a link to a reputable site. This is safe right here. But download this, read the installer as you're installing to make sure you're not putting anything else on your computer. Alright, this right here will just keep your computer running smoothly. Like, it'll empty your browser cache, temporary files. Windows caches things in a on the hard drive, and it's called, what's it called, physical memory or disk, whatever. It puts something on the hard drive, and that will eventually slow down the computer minutely, and that needs to be run. It'll run a disk defragmentation. Over time, your hard disk will get fragmented, and it causes longer seek times to find data on the disk. So it keeps everything nice and orderly, like a library. So this is a good program, and a lot of times I have like on people's computers that can't be trusted to run things once a week. I just put this on and I let it run. It starts up with the computer. It'll run anytime there's a problem. Like it'll pop up down here, and it'll be like red, and it'll you click on it, it'll tell you need to run it, so you run it. Anyway, all right, moving right along. Let's see, what's the next one? Also, Glary Utilities. Alright, this one is, I just use this one as, better safe than sorry. I'm pretty sure it does the same thing as malware and the advanced system care, but I run them all. I run everything to see if maybe one finds something the other one didn't. But this one looks for malware and just any problems with your registry, errors and crap like that. So download that. Now let's talk about how you use the internet. Okay, every single web page, everything you see inside of a browser is a web page. There are ads everywhere, all over this thing, and they're all trying to fool you into or steer you towards their products. Just know that. And I don't use Bing, so I'm gonna have to use something else. Let's see, google.com, because I can't even make heads or tails of Bing. Let's search for, I don't know, Minecraft. You got kids, you've done this before. Why is this not working? Alright. Minecraft. Alright. Now see, the reason I like Google is because I understand their ads are on the right, and there will typically be one or two in the first response you get, but they look different. Like if you scroll down, these are pages, all pages, they typically look different. Anyway, these let me see here. Now see, okay, this is probably safe, but this is a third-party web page. Like somebody like you or me or just your neighbor next door has started a web page, and they're offering a download of Minecraft. Now this will probably link to the Minecraft official page, but this is how they draw people in. Now they're going to have ads somewhere on here. Okay, this toolbar, that's how this website gets paid, is by this toolbar. Now that will install with this. There's an incentive for no web page exists just to be great, just to help people. except maybe Wikipedia. I don't know. There's a price for free. Nothing's free. So once you understand how things are free, then you're a lot safer. You know, read some of these things. Just this section right here. This is about something else. Right here and this. Read these, and you'll start to read them. If you read these pretty often, you'll start to understand. You'll see the correlation that every site does this. Every installer is almost identical, and they all just trying to slip things in there, you know, to get you to buy something or whatever. Other than these install things, I'd say this is like 75% of the problem. The other 25 will be porn. If they ever tell you to install a player or to install anything, don't do it. That is almost 100% for sure not something you want on your computer. It's going to monitor you. It's going to send data about what programs you use, what sites you visit, and it's not trying to steal your identity or anything. It's just marketing information. And it's probably anonymous. You know, it's not really going to hurt you at all, but those programs a lot of times will install other programs, and before you know it, a few months down the road, your computer is locked up running terribly slow because of that one porn site you went to that downloaded some malware, some spyware. Never download anything from a porn site. And the Avast program that I told you to download first, that will, on some porn sites, if you get carried away on a clicking spree, it'll go off. An alarm will go off saying that you're at a site that's not reputable and it's been rated as dangerous or something, and it won't allow you to go to that page. Now, if you're persistent, you can still keep going. You can go back to the page. Don't do that. There's a lot more to keeping your computer running optimally, but this is easily 80% of what causes computer problems. So I'm going to end the video right here. That's 22 minutes. That's a long time. I'll try to edit it down to make it a little shorter. If you like the video, like and subscribe. I put out videos every time I feel like it. Oh crap.